Am I good to start? Somebody tell me something here. Are both teams ready? Can I start it for once?
Yeah, I'll ask him.
And then EQ orange attacks, right?
Yes.
Alright, thank
They
you.
are defensive first.
Alright, so orange attacks on Clubhouse.
No, they're just milk.
What's up?
I'm gonna just assume that their team is ready. EQ, is your team ready?
Yeah, I asked him. He's not answering, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just start it and, like, we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Pardon the delay. I don't know what's going on with Random there. That is his name, so I'm going to end up having to call him that. We have map 2, a best of 3 scrimmage between Sapphire Squadron. I initially named them Sapphire Squad, which is incorrect, and DEFI. Originally, I received the names D3, jokingly, hopefully, and I think what else? Some swear words, as well as we're unsure. I also suggested Team Toxic Ninja 459 because he is in the lobby. But they eventually gave me the name DEFI, which is, I suppose, their actual name here. So I'm glad to see that they have finally decided on a name quite early. They are apparently a new team. This is a new roster for them. They're still handling tryouts, but the same thing goes for, interestingly enough, for Sapphire Squadron. They had a first map in this best of 3, of course, which was Villa. It was a 7-4, I believe, win for the attacking team now of Sapphire Squadron. It's not even an ego. Okay. There. I will pause as they wish. I will pause. I do not know why he left. But anyways, quite a different map here from Villa. Clubhouse, it's more 50-50, I would say, maybe even slight advantage towards the attack. It's certainly a lot more stale of a meta than Villa. Villa has been around less time, of course, than Clubhouse, but also people don't really know as well how to play Villa in comparison to Club. So and the other part of that is that if you don't know how to play either of those maps, it's a different effect. If you don't know how to play on Villa, you are in trouble. That's when it gets really painful. But if you don't know how to play on Clubhouse, most of the time you can make something up, or you probably already know some things, so it can be pretty quickly recovered. And hopefully, while we're missing this 5th for DEFI, he does return quickly, so that way we can get on with this. But anyways, the other thing to point out is that in that first map, which was 7-4 win for Sapphire Squadron, they had 4 players for most of the map. They lost their Jaeger main, or the person that was playing Jaeger the most, pretty early on that map, so they had to play the majority of that game in a 4v5, and they still managed to win it, which isn't a great sign here for DEFI if they're losing in a 4v5 with that much of a round differential. Looking at the bans, since I have yet to reach that, and also just about the general playstyle of those two maps, Villa, it's very much about getting the wall and getting the plant down, it is very, very defender-sided. Meanwhile, Clubhouse is a bit more 50-50. It's still about getting a wall and getting a plant down. The main reason that I bring that up, though, is that Villa doesn't really involve hatches, and I would say to an extent a bit less vertical play involved, though you still see it on that tertiary side. I would say that it is less prevalent, slightly, on Clubhouse. And the other reason that I bring up getting walls is that on Clubhouse, there are very few spots that you can impact trick. The only spot that I think you can is maybe that cash to CC wall, and cash to CC, what am I saying? The CC to cons wall, and obviously kitchen hatch. But on Villa, you can pretty much impact trick any wall. You can certainly impact trick the main walls. You can impact trick, treble wall on trophy, both of the walls that go into study, on aviator, the pantry wall, on kitchen. Most of the at least important walls to get for a team are able to be impact tricked, which provides another avenue for teams to explore in keeping walls closed instead of just the traditional Kaid, Bandit, and Mute. Although Mute has become a bit less effective now, you also have that sort of fourth option of take OMI, or a Capcan, or a Valkyrie, or a Thunderbird, somebody with impacts to impact trick that. And obviously it's a bit more difficult because it's impact tricking compared to just simply putting down an Electroclaw, but it's still another avenue for teams to explore. The bans, I was about to reach that, are a bit interesting actually. Looking at these bans here, especially for DEFI, they half make sense and half don't. You have this Maverick ban here, which makes sense. It's Clubhouse. Maverick is very popular on this map when he is not banned. You will see him. I mean, there's even a fairly well-known Pro League angle on Platwall in CCTV where you can hold that angle from Swamp or Lounge. I usually just refer to it as the Shepherd angle. Pretty much by this wall here, you can set up some footholds, and it allows you to take out any map that repels on this wall, because that is sort of the meta way to take this wall via map tricking, is to get on the repel for at least half of it. So it makes sense that especially considering that they're the defending team, would want to remove a very, very potent secondary support option from both teams, but mainly from the defending team, considering the attacking team, pardon me, considering that they have a guaranteed 6 rounds on attack, while anywhere between 1 and 6 to 8 attacking rounds could happen for the defending team currently of DEFI. Looking at their setup and lineup here, it's confusing to say the least. They have some ADSs here in rafters. I don't know why that wall is electrified but not flat wall. I guess they're going to be trying to trick that. I don't pay much attention to the Val cams, so I can't say if that was a good or bad throw or a good or bad cam. But I don't understand the shield here. I mean, I guess it's going to work, but at the same time, I don't feel like it should. And I think now they're realizing it, that it's being bandit tricked, pardon me, 4v5. Akuza takes down Forgiving Justin for the first kill of this match. And the Jaeger picked off of DEFI means it's going to be a bit more difficult for them to roam here, for them to at least put up a fight, considering that they have also lost Rafters control. Which means, even though they don't have a rotate or a sightline here, Akuza's still going to use a Candela on that and immediately flash that entire room. He pushes in, looks for one, he'll get it for a double kill now on the round, looks for a third, potentially swings across 2v5, 2v4, Never took down Toxic Ninja, however Toxic Void does stop Akuza Rain from raining down any more bullets, 1v3. Hunter will pick off Validus, Project Void will get another kill, gets a third on the round here, taking down Plat as well as Hunter. Up to just Astro and Equestrian here. Equestrian pushing forward there. Now that's actually Astro, and he'll get the frag and the round for Sapphire Squadron. Going up now 1-0 here on Clubhouse. A messy first round there for both teams, to be honest. I don't know why they had a shield there. It's not particularly meta, and then random DEFI got picked off there pretty early, which meant that they lost Rafters control, which obviously wasn't as big of a deal considering that they didn't have a sightline or rotate there, but It's also kind of on them for not having a backup plan for random when he loses the shield, because it's pretty much guaranteed. And then they did well at denying the wall initially. I don't even think that Sapphire Squadron was aware that there was a banner trick going on. And pardon that delay, and pardon some background noise, but pretty much I don't think Sapphire Squadron was even aware that there was a bandit trick going on there. I mean, obviously it's part of the plan, part of the strategy here for the defending team of DEFI to get down a bandit trick, and it worked initially, but then obviously losing Raptors meant that the Valkyrie and the bandit over here, which I believe was Toxic Ninja and Validus, I think, both got pushed out and killed as a result. It's weird that they're opening this up. If there was a Maverick, I would definitely advocate against it. It can work, though. It does improve, I suppose you could say, sound propagation, acoustics, however you want to refer to it, on this wall, so it kind of makes sense. It's just odd, because if there was a Maverick, that would make it a lot easier for him to get the wall, because then you don't need to worry about soft support. You don't need to worry about never hitting plat in this case, having to send an Ash charge, barreling down to open up this soft wall, because that's how Maverick tricks work, is that they take hard wall and turn it into soft wall. He can't really open them because he doesn't have breach charges, but he can make them soft. As you can see, Akusa trying to get some entry work done here. Almost gets taken down, however, by Validus, and again, Equestrian's going to be looking to open up this wall, and didn't even juggle or anything, just gave up a thermite charge. I don't know why. They should realize at this point that there is a bandit sitting there tricking it. If there's a bandit, you can't twitch drone him. Validus will fall at the hands of Never Hidden Plat, but Akusa Rain, I believe, actually was traded out in exchange for that Mozzie there. And there goes the other thermite charge. I don't know what was going on there for Sapphire Squadron. Why are you sending brimstones at a wall that you know they're tricking? If they're tricking it, you have to go below or find this window. You could literally send somebody across to a CC window and pressure the trigger and get this right wall, because they're going to have to put down a battery on that. I don't know why they have this extra battery here. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Already a two smoke babes, pardon me, came out from Project Void as he's playing this red side, trying to make something work. We'll send out his final one, and halfway through the round, I would say a bit early for him to be doing that, but not the end of the world. 4v3 Toxic Ninja just get a nice headshot onto Akusa Astro, and a man advantage has finally developed here for the defending team. Forgiving Justin, ready to toss the Nitro, rips it, throws it, misses. Never Hidden Plat trying to get some work done. 4v2 Project Void takes down Bo, and Never Hidden Plat trying to get some work done with Equestrian, who's completely unaware that Forgiving Justin's there. He's just been sitting in Rafters. Never Hidden Plat now in a 4v1 does get caught up on a seemingly drinking fountain, I believe. Though an unnecessary detail. The more important thing is DEFI wins that round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Pardon the silence, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just waiting for Random to return. I don't know what's going on with him. I guess he has HUD bug or something. But a basement defense now in play for DEFI. We'll have to see how they do. They did go one-on-one on top floor, so obviously next best site, the secondary side of this team, is basement, as I would have expected from them. We'll have to see how they play it, but so far it's looking pretty stereotypical. I mean, you have a bunch of operators that I would expect to see on this basement objective. You have Legion, you have a Jaeger, of course, you have a Mira, and to an extent a Mutas. There goes forgiving Justin, so there goes the... I don't even remember. That's the operators, except for the one that I was actually trying to mention, so that is very unfortunate there for them, considering that not only do they get put into a 4v5, but without even trying to deal any damage onto the attacking team. It's not as though he tried to spawn peek, or if we wanted to speak hypothetically, he's tried to spawn peek and then immediately got killed without getting any damage onto the attacking team. It was a Valkyrie that was lost, because I do remember that there was a Valcam in this room. So it's going to be unfortunate there, considering they also likely lost a Nitro cell due to that. And that's a very interesting mirror window. It's not covering anything. I don't understand the purpose of it. They don't even have a rotate on this side. I do like this mirror window here, except for when the attacking team takes moto, then it's not helpful at all. I think there's a Valcam or something that's fizzing there. I might be wrong. It would not surprise me too terribly much. And now, as you can see, RCE Retros in play here from Equestrian, as Sapphire Squadron does attempt to get their way into the objective onto site. Of course, they're very close, and it's only been half the round. They have blue control because nobody was in there to contest it. Random could potentially contest it. Why is he peeking that side? Does lose the mirror window because it got shattered there. The shattered glass update. Obviously, you don't have to call it that, but you understand what I'm saying. Crouching Void takes down Akuza. Random, however, down but not out, courtesy of Bose. He's trying to push in here. And a Shattered Glass update means that now 1v3, Never Done Plat gets a 2k onto Equestrian, a team kill, and Random, as Void fell there at the hands of Kuza Astro, who was down. I think he might try and get revived, as Talk Ninja's the last one left here, trying to make something work. Does get one. Looking for a second here. Technically, it's just a 1v1 until Kuza Astro is revived. Talk Ninja, I think, realizing that, going to try and push forward here. 3 armor, though, is quite beefy, quite slow, quite loud, and quite dead, courtesy of Kuza Astro. Right after the revive, picks up the frag and the round for Sapphire Squadron. But very unfortunate there that DEFI loses one of their players that early in the round. Their actual play, though, in a 4v5 was, to be frank, not good. They pretty much just held the objective. They forfeited blue, which is a bad idea because blue can help a team control both church and arsenal/dirt pushes. They just automatically gave it up, didn't even really try and contest it. You know, you had a player who's supposed to be playing the mirror window not playing the mirror window. Like, that's not how... I'm sorry, Random, but that's not how we're supposed to play that. That's not how you play a mirror window. You just peek off the soft wall. It's right next to it. That's why you have soft wall right next to a mirror window. That's where you shoot, through the soft wall. I'm sorry for being mean, or rude, depending on how you want to refer to it as, but that's how it goes. I'm being honest. No one's watching, which makes me sad. But hey, at least that means nobody's stream sniping. Gotta look at the bright side of life. But the other part of it is that they didn't have a roamer. Obviously, on defense, if you're in a 4v5, you don't really want to have a roamer, especially somebody doing deep roaming or very heavy roaming, because then you're just asking to have a 5v3 on the objective, which, means that you have to rely on those 3 players surviving that, or, the one roamer getting pincered pretty heavily, or the long shot of your roamer getting down a successful flank that actually impacts the round. So they weren't really holding anything all that well. In well, I mean heavily. They weren't really holding anything heavily, and so because of that, they just lost dirt. They didn't have any denial on it, I don't believe, very quickly. And then they lost blue, which meant that anybody trying to play that mirror window got snuffed out, which is what we saw with the Legion of, I think, random. And then it just deteriorated because they lost control of Arsenal. They didn't have any other way to keep it shut. They lost dirt, they lost blue, and they lost the hatch. There is no other way to keep that area under your control besides like sight lines and maybe a player playing around the cages area, but even then that can probably be taken out from the hatch. And obviously you still have I don't know what's going on here with this lobby. I mean, some guy left, now Never Hidden Flat left. I'm confused. But pretty much they lost control of Arsenal because they lost anything that helps you keep control of it. They lost cages and sort of back Arsenal because they lost the hatch. They lost AKs because they lost dirt. And they lost blue, so they lost dummies. There's no other spot for you to anchor in Arsenal. The only way you can influence it then is either from the hatch, if you can somehow retake it, or by retaking dirt or blue, which seems unlikely, or okay, that's great. He Never Hidden Flat just rejoined on the wrong team. Okay. We're gonna have to rehost, folks. I'm sorry. Okay, can I start it, please?
Let's start. Also, we know that we can't go
We're good to go.
top floor for an extra site, so.
I already added round history, don't worry.
Oh, really? Dope. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Have fun commentating.
Yeah.
Yo, what's
Sexy.
up, everyone?
Good luck, have
Hola, hola,
fun.
hola, guys.
Okay, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, please, pardon the delay in this VOD, because nobody is watching. Which makes me feel a bit sad. But hey, not the end of the world. Doesn't hurt me too bad. Don't worry about it. I know, gibberish. Gibberish. Anyways, to go over the past few rounds, it's been a mess. We've had to pause multiple times for members of the defending team of DEFI leaving and having to rejoin, and then we had to rehost because something is up this season with custom games, and Ubisoft is too lazy to fix it. I'm being honest here; they are dog blank at this. It wasn't broken last season. That's the weird thing, is that this season dropped and it broke. Like, they added something stupid this season, and it caused it to break. I never really fully went into bans. You have the Maverick ban, which makes sense. It's very strong. You have the Kaid ban, which also makes sense. It's sort of retaliatory for losing the Maverick. It's also very good, actually, for, you know, helping with keeping hatches closed. So removing that means that now it's very difficult to keep Moto and also to keep the blue hatches closed. So you can still impact trick kitchen hatch, and you can obviously have somebody watching one of those hatches with an angle, or actually at the hatch, or, you know, maybe an evil eye. But it's now very difficult to keep those hatches closed. And then the last ban doesn't make sense to me at all. It is a my ban. It doesn't make sense. He brings good utility in those 4 discs, but he doesn't have a shield anymore. He lost one of those discs. I know this is stuff that happened like a year ago, but it doesn't make as much sense for a team to ban him. I feel that maybe a Mira Clash or Valkyrie ban would have been better of a decision than banning a Wamai, because that feels like a waste of a ban in comparison to banning the actual Wamai. It doesn't make sense to me. If they wanted to ban somebody for impact checking, then ban the Valkyrie. If they wanted to ban somebody for Thrall of the Nile, then they could have banned the Jaeger, because he has, I'd say, stronger weapons and is more popular. Also technically has more utility, as you can see, similar strategy in play here for the defending team of DEFI, except for the fact that they turned this wall soft, this wall reinforced, so now no longer can a team play that. So you can see, though, the mute there Project Void, surprisingly enough, does get aggressive. No longer has the intel. That mirror window, though, is just now trying to take shots in the dark. 5v3, though. Validus gets a frag on Equestrian, and Zurlis, the ace there, taken down, actually, by Mike and Plane. One of the players that was actually subbed in during that rehost. The other one being, obviously, Zurlis. The rest and also release and stress. I don't know who the other players that were subbed out were. For DEFI, at least, I know for Sapphire Squadron that it was Never Hidden Flat, which is unfortunate for them. 4v2 Project Void takes down Bo, and now it seems that an odd thing has happened. A rehost has turned the tides here. It has changed the seeming outcome, or the seeming trend towards an outcome of this matchup for the defending team. Akuza Rain does take down Release and Stress, but it took him pretty much all his utility to just get a single hatch. I mean, he doesn't even have Moto hatch. The Ace hatch dropped and failed to win a gunfight. You have a Thermite there that didn't get any utility down. A Sledge that hasn't played any vertical. A Thatcher that didn't help at all. But then again, there was a impact trick, so it's not like they could really do anything. It's just a mess. 2v2 3k now from Akuza Rain as well as Astro. The other Akuza falling at the hands of Toxic Ninja. Thought he was going to be able to turn around and recover. Got the frag that they needed, but now outnumbered here. Akuza Rain going to look to clutch up the round. Does not have the diffuser. It's still stuck in the middle of blue. As you can see, my complaint has just been sitting there. As Zerly's dropped hatch with no intel, nobody to trade him, and got caught in the middle, and also was unable to win a gunfight that he needed to win. Akuza Rain very low on health, low on time, outnumbered. Spawns my complaint, but does not react at all. And that'll be 2-2 now. The two teams have tied back up. And last round, truly messy for the attacking team, but also a bit of a mess for the defense as well. Pardon me, they had almost every wall into blue reinforced, which isn't really the way that you want to do it. You don't really want to reinforce right next to a mirror window, because then you can't peek from it. They reinforced the wall close to Moto from the blue church wall. Usually you just want to reinforce the middle one. So it's kind of confusing that they did that. At least to me, it confuses me. But they won the round, mainly because there was no organization on the side of Sapphire Squadron. They lost their top frag in that he got subbed out. I don't know why, but he did. So, you know, lost him obviously, and then they lost the diffuser early in the round without even getting a trade off of it, which is not the way that you want to run that. You also, you know, don't want to really be spending too much time on a hatch. If it's getting impact tricked, you can just do it 2 pellets at a time. Rain, I don't know if he realized it. To give you a note here, and I would do the same obviously for DEFI, but I'm gonna focus in on the attack because that was lackluster from them. If you're wanting to get that hatch open and it's being impact tricked, if you know it's being impact tricked, just do 2 pellets at a time, because at most they have 10. At most they would have 10 impacts, and I really doubt that they would. And though that would technically be able to get rid of all your utility, if a team has 10 impacts, something is up. Something is up. But they would eventually run out of impacts. In this case, they only have 2, so they would have to either give up the hatch or only burn 2 pellets. So I'd say some poor decision making in terms of how much utility was wasted on a single hatch. But now the same strat here from DEFI, the same very weird strategy in play. The same bandit trick fails now, as that wall does get open. They only ended up shooting out the soft wall in one half of that flat wall. They do not have the other half opened yet, but I'll be interested to see if they do end up getting that second half open. And now, as you can see, just a very site-heavy hold. 5v4, pardon me, as Valdis will take down Zerlis. I have no clue what he's doing. I have no clue as a whole what Sapphire Squadron's doing. They still have 4 drones in their pockets. They burned away 3 drones in that prep phase, in the drone phase, whatever you want to call it, for no good reason. They're not even really droning. It doesn't make sense to me. Don't face check. That's why the combination of Mute and Mozzie is so good as Equestrian does manage to get a frag there onto Toxic. As Astra's on the objective here, gets a kill on a release, as Void will get another one there onto Rain. 2v3 as Astro will pick off Void again. Another frag for the Lion. And although he does not have any scans left, would be devastating if he did, as now the defending team of DEFI has lost the objective simply because the Lion of Akuza Astro made a play by jumping in, and there was not a rotate nor a sight line to stop him from doing that. Mike and Plane will get 2 there onto Bo as well as Equestrian. Now it's up to just Akuza Astro 1v1. He'll get a 3rd. Looking for a 4th onto Valinus. Misses though. Double kill from Valinus, and that'll be the round for the defending team of DEFI. I don't know what was going on there for both teams. Neither team gets in a pass here. How do you let somebody jump onto site? How do you not have a rotate or at least a sight line on that rafters wall? Why do you have a shield and rafters? If you know that they're not pushing that side, why don't you call rotate and move at least the shield? Because it's not going to do anything. And then for the attack, once you get a plant down, why did you plant there of all places? Pardon the silence, I'll be right back. Pardon that silence there, folks. I was about to say, for the attack, they don't get a pass either. Neither team gets a pass here. The defense gave up the objective because somebody jumped in a spot that you should immediately get destroyed if you are on the attack and try and jump in there. For the attack, they took the objective, they made a play there. Akuza Astro made a big play. It earned him frags, but then his team, instead of holding angles from, around the objective, maybe in red and cons, and watching it from there, they just had somebody sitting here. Like, what? You know that there's going to be somebody in rafters. They always have. The defending team has always had somebody there in rafters. Why are you surprised that there's somebody there and not even aware that there's going to be that little hole, which honestly it's small, so I could potentially excuse that, but you know that there's going to be somebody there, and yet you're holding angles. You throw away a 3v2, I believe, or 2v2 because you're unaware if you're on the members of Sapphire Squadron, and now, since the Rios, you have let DEFI up now by 2 rounds, or have a 2-round run up by 1 here. I don't get it. It confuses me. Like, why? And now, as you can see, DEFI is running another very mistaken strategy here, I'd say. I mean, they have a mute, which is good. They have an alibi. Alibi has very little utility besides impacts. An alright gun with a 1.5 and or shield. Impacts or shield. The Prismas don't really do much. Failed impact trick, not impact trick, bandit trick there from Toxic Ninja will force him to fall back here. And I don't believe he has an extra battery, so left soft wall could be very well opened up by something and taken advantage of. Pardon me, 4v4, as Mike and Plane will actually fall there. Valinus takes out Rain, and Screamer's Release will get another kill there onto Release. Is downed, but not out just yet. Don't know if a member of DEFI is going to try and confirm that kill or not, or if a member of Sapphire Squadron is going to decide to drop Logi Hatch to get the revive. Impact, pardon me, a Nitro going out there from Toxic Ninja. I don't know why you're Nitroing to confirm a kill, my friend. Valinus here trying to go cross-country, looking for a very, very long flank. For what, I'm not sure. There's nobody there. You had You had an extension, but you didn't have a castle, even though you have a castle available. That doesn't make sense. And then you had Logi soft, so you ended up getting compromised because they literally took Logi. At that point, you need to dedicate reinforcements to holding down Logi more heavily. Like, I don't understand it. You have 5 reinforcements there. You could put 6 technically. You still have 2 that you could dedicate over there. It confuses me. "3v3, Release and Mike and Plane both taken out here. Project Void down, but not out just yet. Release and Rain, the 2 members of Sapphire Squadron that are out of action. As Equestrian is now pushing onto site, does get lit up from some footholes, pardon me, some floorboards I almost said. Thanks to Toxic Ninja, does take out the Thatcher. I don't know what's going on here for Sapphire Squadron. They're just a mess. Bo will jump in, has smoke covering him. Will just decide to pick up the diffuser and run around. Does not even notice Valinus. If he had simply turned around and looked, would have spotted him, as well as the fact that Toxic Ninja, pardon me, getting that final kill. And that'll be the round. A 4-2 split for DEFI. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna look at the scoreboard. 4-5, 3-2-1, 3-3-1-2-0, and obviously this is affected by the fact that there's a rehost. So, you know, everybody except for Mike and Plane, Release and Stress, and Zerlease have more frags, potentially, hopefully, than in this scoreboard. But still, it happened at the 3-round mark. At most, between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. That's at most 2 more kills per player. It's not going to be that big of a difference.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds left before insertion.
Anyways, looking at the lineup here and the setup for this first round of the second half, the first round of the defending half of Sapphire Squadron looks pretty by the book. I mean, it's a very standard, nothing wrong with standard, but very standard strategy by them. We'll have to see how it goes. That's a misplaced shield, to say the least. If somebody plays that shield with that sightline, they're dead. I'm being honest here. I'm sorry. It needs to be back a bit further. Astrar's gonna go out here, and as you can see, the Thatcher and Ace trying to work together to get a Ace charge down. Will already send out 2, so that means they're guaranteed at least 1 tick. There's not enough time for Bandit to get, get both of them before they both get a tick, unless he pre-places one of them as the Ace is in midair. So that's unfortunate here for the defending team, as they have already lost Plat Wall and it's only a minute in. Would have thought there might be a bit more resistance from them. However, for this attacking team of DEFI, I feel that the rehost, on a very unrelated subtopic, I feel like the rehost has really helped them. They have Mike and Plane in. Apparently that's their coach, so they now have somebody who can really, hopefully, organize their efforts and keep them focused and keep them on track. And they also have Release and Stress, who I would say hasn't been doing as much. Meanwhile, Release is still getting his footing, but once he's in, hopefully that benefits them as well. Once he's like, acclimated, I think is a better way to put it. Now, as you can see, starting this push-up, finally starting to get towards the objective. On the con side, oddly enough, Yakuza Astro down and out thanks to Release, who's on the objective now, does get traded by Yakuza Rain. Luckily, Western Trash trying to take out Toxic. I don't know what's going on here. Why are you playing like that? As Zerlise is down but not out, and needs to get revived or at least stay alive here for his team. 4v3 as Validus will actually get a headshot there onto Equestrian. And Mike and Plane also gets a frag there onto Bo. Second smoke wave of 3 going out from Zerlise onto that con side. So you can see, however, side has been lost. The defending team has lost the ability to hold CC. They almost had a con switch go out as Validus will get a double kill, confirming it onto Zerlise. Let's say some just poor organization here in full form for the defending team. Okay. It's 5-2. A 3-round advantage is developed for the attacking team of DEFI, mainly because they got in better players during the rehost, and now they're on a 4-round run. If they win this next round, they would be on a 5-round run. They would have match point. This is not looking good for them. Them being Sapphire Squadron, it's just very silly, to say the least. Why is Rain running the Rogue? It sure provides additional health now, because they changed the health armor system, but besides that, he has no utility. I guess if he wants to spawn peek, he can be helpful, but it doesn't make sense to me. Why? Why is my question. Why?
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion. Objective is to defuse the bomb.
Same setup from them. Hopefully we see a bit better of a bandit trick. And hopefully Red can stay active. Because if you can hold Red, you can pretty much control the round. It has the ability to especially affect this cache side, and then also you can, if you hold very close to this main wall in Red, you can also affect that plat wall and to an extent Raptors as well. And it appears that we might have a fuse in play here. I did certainly hear the deployment of a fuse charge. Yup, it's going down. Oh no. Oh dear. What is... Astro's almost gonna get killed by that. That was concerningly close there for Sapphire Squadron. Now, as you can see, the Fuse got a nice buff this new season. He is now able to bust through unelectrified and unmuted reinforced walls. It takes him longer, it creates a visual and sound cue, and once he busts in, it can the tube or whatever that shoots out the hockey pucks can be shot. But he can now go through hard walls and hard hatches. It takes him longer, it obviously has its drawbacks, but it works. It finally has made him a possibility. He finally has some sort of thing that other operators don't have, and that's the ability to go through reinforced walls and deal damage from it without fully opening that wall. It's impressive, a 5v5 here, actually with less than half the round remaining. You would have thought that after plat wall was compromised that somebody would have died. I don't know why. What was that smoke there from Zerlise's first of 3? As Yakuza Rain is just... Why is he following him? Now, DEFI has flat wall. They should be pushing it, but they're not. They're pushing con side. Takes down Rain and Equestrian there, Mike and Plane, as well as Valid is getting frags. As Release and Stress tried to make the same play Kuza Astro did, but the man who made it, Astro, says no thank you. Sends out a Nitro to confirm it, which makes no sense. You might have also heard potentially the Ash there of Mike and Plane on that wall, on that window, pardon me, as Mike and Plane will actually open up that wall right next to Astro. Needs to be very mindful of the fact that he's right there. He's very close to dying. 3v3, Bo will take down Mike and Plane. Brings it back to an even number situation, and Astro's in a very tenuous situation. If I was him, I would definitely want to move. 3v2 now. Void X takes down Bo. Astro pick off Void X, trades his teammate out. Low time now, however, as Validus takes down Astro and gets a third on the round as he picks off Zerlise as well. And what is going on here for Sapphire Squadron? A 5-round run. It's now 6-2. They rehosted, and now they are getting very, very badly beat. I don't know what's going on here, guys. My brain hurts. What league is this? This is a scrim, Thomas. This is a best of 3 scrim. This is map 2. Map 1 was a win for the defending team, the attacking team, pardon me. No, it's the orange team, the defending team of Sapphire Squadron, 7-4 on Villa. They started on defense and they won, thankfully, but they had... instead of this lineup, they had Chaotic and
Attackers need to locate
Never Hidden
defuse
Plat,
as
pardon
many
me,
bombs
in
as they
place
can.
of Instagram's release and Equestrian Trash.
Active. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Anyways, match point here.
Locate and defuse
There
the
has to be a
bomb.
4-round run in response from Sapphire Squadron if they want to win this, which seems very unlikely, as there goes Akuza Astro, immediately picked off. I don't know what was going on there. Where did he die, you might ask? I have no clue. Oh, he died. He died trying to reinforce dirt. What? I'm just confused. I'm sorry, Asper, for laughing at you as Validus falls to the hands of Bo. How? I'm confused, y'all. Bo is gonna push forward here. Almost gets his head taken off by what I would presume is Mike's in plane. Over by that outside wall there into Khan's. Akuza Rain takes down Void and finally gets a man advantage for his team, also taking out one of the 2 hard reachers. I was about to say Release and Stress could run hard reach charge, but I don't believe he can, which makes me sad. He really should be able to. Release and Stress does take some damage from a Nitro, what I would presume. Toxic Ninja, however, takes down Equestrian, now a 3v3. The man advantage that had initially developed for the defending team has now all but evaporated, as they still have to waste over a minute and a half. The first smoke of 3 went out there from Zerlise. I don't know why it was going there. It can no longer propagate through walls. You can't do, you can't smoke off billiards in that little corner and smoke off as a result. The default, Akuza Rain takes down Toxic Ninja there, snubs him from getting anything else out of that blue area. Releasing Stress and Mike and playing the last 2 left. As Mike and Plane's just playing the waiting game here. I think he knows that Bo's around that area and is just trying to wait for him to emerge. I might be wrong, but that's what I believe is going on here. And Releasing Stress is about to snipe the feet off of Akuza Rain. If he only had hit his shots. If he had, he would have taken off the feetsies, as I like to say, of the... Okay, Yakuza Rain gets the third kill here as he one-taps Release and Stress. And now Mike and Plane, the last one left, up to try and clutch. Obviously, plenty of room for error. Still has quite a bit of time. Definitely in a bad spot numerically. He does spot Bo. I don't know what Bo is doing there. I'm sorry for calling out members of Sapphire Squadron, but when you're letting a team get on a 5-round run, I kind of have to call you out here. Instagram's release does take a bit of damage there to Mike and Plane. Pushes forward and does get the M5 kill, thankfully. Finally stopping the bleeding here is Sapphire Squadron. Going now 6-3. Still a match point, but closer here. What are the scrums for? Is it Inferno? No, it's not a league, dude. This is literally just two teams facing off against each other. Oh. I think he left. Alright, whatever. Not the end of the world. But it's literally just two teams facing off to learn, to grow, to have fun, you know, for the experience. There's no stakes. Besides, you know, like your overall record as a team. Oh, I'm gonna go up 1-0 because I beat this team in a scrim. No, it doesn't. It's not simply your record. It's about the actual, like, learning and, you know, the actual experience, working out strats as well. Trying out new people. It's not for a league, is what I'm getting at. That's the summary of your question. I am already very concerned, ladies and gentlemen. There's a castle. There's also a rook. There's also a Capcan. What is going on?
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Remaining. 5 insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
And I was right, actually. Fuse can bring hard reach charge. Thank you, Validus, for showing everybody that Fuse can bring hard reach charge. Thank you. And there's also a Lion again. Lion, I would say not the best, but not the worst. He is useful when coordinated. There's no denial. Oh no. I just realized there's not a mirror in play, but there's also no denial here for Sapphire Squadron. They didn't even bring a mute. They tried to extend here into cash, which they did okay, but they don't have a mute. They don't have a bandit. They obviously can't have a Kaid because he's banned. They don't have any denial. They literally just forfeited the walls. 5v4 Astro falls at the hands of Validus. I don't know why there's a rook in play. You don't need the extra health. Bring somebody that actually brings utility. 4v4. Bring a bandit in that case. It perplexes me. And then there's Astra here bringing a Capcan. If you want to bring Trap Operator, bring a Legion. There. Bring an Ella. Or if you want to, you know, if you want to stick with what you have here, bring a Mute. Bring a Vigil. Bring a Mozzie. Bring some Intel, because you have none. Instead, you have a Rook who has no utility besides a bit extra health. And some impacts. Or Barb. And a 2.0, but who cares about a 2.0 into barbed wire? Unless you're impact tricking, or if your hold really needs it. Four v3 Release and Stress takes down Rain. Obviously Validus fell at the hands of one of the members of the Sapphire Squadron. It's just looking like a mess here for the defending team. I don't know what's going on. Equestrian will fall at the hands of Toxic Ninja, but Zerlise does trade him out. Her out, pardon me. I know that Trash is a she. Pardon me for them as Trash instead of Equestrian. That's bad of me. Project Void, obviously looking for the plant here. We'll have to see if he can second release. Covering will fall at the hands of Bo for a double kill now. The 2.0 seems to have actually helped him in this case. Zerlise going to try and push forward here. With the M5 swinging that far out, bro, just use this SMG-11. Be very careful, there's a Claymore there. He almost falls at the hands of that. Misses the M5 shot, looking to cover. It will take him out, and a defuse succeeds at the hands of Bo. It will now be... Six to 4 now, an actual comeback happening here for the defending team of Sapphire Squadron. If they, I mean, they still have to win overtime, so they have to win 2 rounds here and 2 rounds after. And they don't even have room to give up a round until they win 2 rounds. I don't know how this game can even happen.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I'm
as many bombs
confused.
as they can.
Take some trauma plates. Fortified wall!
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Anyways, this is the test here. Can Sapphire Squadron win this next round? Can they win on the site that they lost on twice? If they can, then boom. They pretty much punch their ticket to overtime, assuming that they win that next round, which would obviously be easier considering the fact that, you know, they'd be going to a site that they've already won on. Or just a site they haven't won on. Again, a Lion, a Fuse, an Ace, a Thatcher. I'm not surprised at all. That's going to be a bit of a waste of 2 EMPs, actually. You don't even reset the timer. I don't know what's going on there with Astro. He would have been safe, I believe. But alas, there goes that wall. So, about a minute in, and they've already lost the ability to hold CCTV. I don't think Reigns realized it, but there's a cam watching him. The Sapphire Squadron has left 9 drones up. One of which is right there, dude. Accuser Rain obviously taking some damage here as he's trying to deal with Validus. Does down him, not out just yet, but is in the DBNO state. And as you can see, my complaint trying to get some work done. He's bringing that Ash. Actually, believe that that's Toxic Ninja there holding his camera on Astro. Astro doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that there's a cam watching him. 4v4 as Rain will actually take down. That was Rain, pardon me. Takes down Toxic Ninja, and Validus is bleeding out. He's been in the DBNO for a good while. He will be revived, luckily, but that was surprisingly close, to say the least. It shouldn't have been that close. Fuser is also down, but it's very easily recoverable. Rain here playing Rafters, brought down to very low health, courtesy of, I believe, Void and potentially Validus. I think it's actually Validus over there, holding the angle with the AK-12. Actually spots Rain, trying to one-tap him. Dude, just pre-fire him. One of them needs to pre-fire the other at this point. Rain needs to just wait this out. He holds a very important position. That's why he should wait this out. If I'm on the attacking team here, I need to get a plant down. I need to get a move on because they have all the parts that they need. 4v2 Mike and Plane took down Zerlis and Rainfell at the hands of Project Void. So pretty much they just have to now get a plant down. A question the last one left after Astro, and finally a Christian will fall, and that'll be the map. 7-4. A turning of the tides. For DEFI as they end up picking up the second map. Clubhouse.
Let's wait until the end.
Yo.
5-minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-minute break.
Everybody
We'll
go
go
stretch.
to the
5-minute
next
break.
one.
Escargot, you there?
Alright,
Mm-hmm.
there's some stuff I gotta take care of.
Yeah,
Alright.
5 minute,
Okay.
5 minute stretch break. GG's, good match.
Yeah, GG. They're not talking though. They can't hear us.
Oh.
Hey, Escargot.
Next map is coastline. Next map is coastline.
Do you have them on anything where you can talk to them?
Yeah, I just DM'd one of their players.
Yeah, I
just
can
saying,
talk to the other
5 minute
team. What do you
break.
want me to
Yeah,
say?
just let them know that they have a timeout though if they need it at some point. I don't know if they're aware.
Well, yeah, we are limited to one timeout, and then we do. Wait, hold on. Let me go look at something. Okay, let me go look at something really quick, and I'll tell you exactly who gets to pick attacker to defense first. Let me look really quick. And I'll let you know.
If it's round count, then neither team because it's 7-4s across the board.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Give me one sec. I want to double check that really quick. This one.
Hey, Val.
Yeah,
What was the scoreline?
Flip a coin. Val, go ahead and hop into party. Go back to party chat, Void. Yeah, it's both that. So yeah, because it's both double 7-4. Flip a coin, I guess.
I don't know about them, but I'll ask if they're fine with that.
Yeah, figure that. Figure that one out. Just have the other guy DM me of how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go back and talk. I'm gonna go back and talk with my team.
It'll probably be coin flipping, and then from there, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna go back to a party chat.
Hey guys, go to party chat. Go to party chat, guys. Toxic, Validus, Release, Void. Go to party chat.
Yo. Hunter, you there?
Yeah.
Bro, it's annoying when people call you Bo. I'm like, fuck.
Bo,
Yeah.
is Sapphire Squadron fine with flipping a coin to decide sides for this next map?
I thought we were just gonna go where, because I mean it went from defending to attacking, and I feel like it should just keep on going to defending. I don't know.
Well, they suggested doing a coin flip because round count doesn't give either team an advantage. It was 2 7-4s.
Huh?
Last map was a 7-4. First map was a 7-4. So generally, in a best of 3, the decider is usually round count. Whoever has more rounds on the other team will decide the map. Will decide the side on the third map. But since neither team has that advantage,
What? Why did Astro leave?
I don't know.
I don't know. He'll come back.
But since neither team has that lead, their team
Hello?
was suggesting. Oh, hello.
So how are we going to do for next map choice since since the round equalage is equal? Are we just going to flip coin or what?
Might as well.
On who gets to attack and defense? Okay, I guess the spectator can flip a coin.
Yeah,
Gosh, you're up.
I will use my phone to flip a coin.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay, who's picking heads or tails?
I'll call heads. I'll call heads.
Okay, so DEFI picks heads. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads.
All right, you get to decide attack or defense.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go talk with my guys really quick and ask what they want.
Okay.
Bonds, Valdis, Void. Party chat.
Damn. This sucks.
We would like attack for coastline.
All right, fine by me.
Let me just wait for my rest of my team members to get off their break. I'm going to DM them really quick and make sure everyone's good and ready to go.
Okay, just let me know when both teams are ready. Am I good to start? Can I start it? Question mark. Am I good to start? Please tell me both teams can at least communicate with me. Can I start it or not?
Hey, we're ready to start.
Yeah, we're ready. Let's go.
Thank you.
Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
I'm
Wait,
starting
can everybody
it.
else hear us? Oh well. Good luck, have fun to them.
Only
Oh,
people in the lobby. Yeah, eventually, if DEFI gets their hands on this VOD, which I hope they do, only the people that are in game chat can hear you. And obviously the stream can hear you, but that's not what I'm talking about. Oh hey, my name's the thing that's glitched. That glitch has existed for like 3 seasons now. It's very annoying. Okay, Equestrian just left. We're back, folks. Third map here, Coastline. Unlike the first two maps, which are more strategy-based, this one is very heavy on just gun skill, which should favor the attacking team here. Obviously, it will also favor, as I just realized that I have to pause for Sapphire Squadron, because they're missing somebody. But anyways, the big comparison is that hard reach bans are unlikely on this map, even though we see a Thatcher ban, which makes no sense. But, you know, the other change in these two maps is that it's a lot more about gun skill, which, as we saw in the past map, is a strength of the new lineup of DEFI. And we're still waiting on Equestrian to return. Apparently they're trying to figure out if they're going to come back. Hopefully. If not, it's not the end of the world. But hopefully. The other thing to point out is that Blackbeard is prevalent, or at least meta, on this map. Or used to be, before his shield got turned into paper mache. So, just a bit surprising to see, or a bit unsurprising to see that he is left available considering how little health his shield has. However, looking at the ban so far, they are hit or miss. The fuse ban from Sapphire Squadron makes sense. We saw fuse a lot on that second map, so I guess they're trying to sort of stem the tide, especially considering that they barely used fuse, if at all. So that makes sense, of course. The defender bans, or the attacking teams bans, defies bans, don't make as much sense. The Valkyrie, definitely. Valkyrie, very strong intel operator, has a pretty good weapon in the MPX, and also has impacts or nitro, which are nice. And then, the Thatcher ban, I don't get it. They really liked using Thatcher on Clubhouse, but then at the same time, it's Coastline. Bringing an Ace or a Hibana is what you do. You don't bring Thermite. You don't bring Maverick. You don't really bring a secondary support or a hard reach. It's a nicety. It's nice to have it, but it's not like you need to have it. It's not a necessity. You shouldn't be focusing on that. It's more about getting frags and then the plant, instead of getting a wall and then the plant. That's what needs to be understood. I'm gonna have to unpause. I have been told to unpause as a question will rejoin in a minute. Pardon the silence, folks. I'm just waiting for Equestrian to rejoin. Because it would be kind of sad if that happened, if there was a 4v5 for an entire map. But then again, in the face of a 4v5 after like 3 rounds for the currently defending team of Sapphire Squadron on the first map, they played pretty much that entire game in a 4v5 and they still managed to win it. So they could potentially do it again, but then again, the difference that instead of losing Kionic, they lost Equestrian, and instead of having Never Hidden Plat, they have Cerberus. To whoever watches this VOD, be ready to skip this part because this is taking up some time. I'm sorry to say. But it's true. We're waiting on Equestrian to rejoin.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Set to jam the meridian. Reloading.
Attackers have located a bomb. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Okay, so she'll be back at some point, but that's unfortunate. The final man was Pulse. Interestingly enough, I could see
10
Pulse.
seconds remaining.
It makes sense to me. You know?
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb.
Device ready. Set device.
5v3, Toxic takes down Akuza. Now, as the turns have been tabled, to use that quote, it's not looking so great here. Obviously, it's not as bad as if Flat left. Back when he was playing 4v3, Akuza Rain takes down Validus and brings it a bit closer. As a Maverick is present, which makes no sense. Why? There is, however, obviously Toxic here as a Lion once more. It's interesting. I would be interested to see how the Lion Elite, which is what he's running, how the scan animation or whatever works. I'm curious. Toxic's just holding a camera here. I don't know what he's doing. None of his teammates are really taking advantage of that. As you can see, below objective is Bo. I don't know why exactly, but that's where he is. Is being pressured somehow by of all things, why? Of all things, getting pressured there from Flores drones. Release and Stress takes down Bo, so Release will pick off Toxic, and Release will actually get a double kill. Pardon me, will get fragged out there for a double kill from Rain. It's now a 2v2, 2v1. My complaint takes down Akuza Rain. And that'll be the round there, as it's not looking so hot here for the defending team of Sapphire Squadron.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have located a bomb.
Activate jammer. I will watch over us.
Investigate is set up.
Perimeter defense is active.
Julia is armed.
10 seconds to insertion.
Camera initiated.
5 seconds
Next
left.
round here, kitchen and
Going up.
Attackers are heading
pardon
out
me,
to the bomb.
hold.
Let them go.
Four v four. Bo takes down a release and brings it back to even numbers, and that's one of the things you have to keep in mind with 4v5s is that it's as though that fifth got spawn peeked or tried to spawn peek and got snubbed immediately. 4v3 now. Bradley's Boy takes down Akusa Rain without getting any damage onto the other team. So that first frag for the 4v5 team isn't actually getting them the man advantage. It's keeping them at even. As Bo gets a double kill, obviously trades out his teammate there, Rain. And it's in a sense trading out that fifth teammate. It's a refrag in that way.
See what hides in the dark.
I believe Bo is being tracked there very quickly for at the hands of Mike and Plane, but too late tracks to be able to really get anything down. Now, as you can see, even number situation here. Neither team has an advantage, though I do have to keep in mind that Toxic Ninja, he just scanned. I wish I saw that, but alas, I did not. Toxic Ninja trying to actually pressure out. Bo doesn't spawn him right on the desk, and there goes Astro. 3v2 now. Validus gets the nice little sting to it. 2v2 now as Bo will take down Toxic Ninja, and confirmation at the hands of Instagram's release for Mike and Plane's death. Validus the last one left on the objective here. Outnumbered, however. Knows where one of them is. Takes down his release because he gets caught trying to throw a discount. Now it's just Bo here. Looking for a fourth kill on this round. A squad wipe. In that sense. Tries to throw a frag out. And Validus does. And he will fall at the hands of Bo. The Aruni for Sapphire Squadron getting 4 kills.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have located the bomb.
Anyways, oh. Okay. Penton Theater hold from Sapphire Squadron. I guess
10 seconds left.
the 4v5
Seconds to go.
is nice for them.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Throwing magnet. Magnet ready. Device placed. ADS up and running. Drone going out.
5v3 now. Toxic Ninja, as you saw, sends out a scan as well as release and stress, already using the first of 2 Dokkaebi calls, and there goes the second scan of 3. I really want to catch that on a very unrelated note. I think I will eventually find the animation for that scan.
I'm reloading.
It's like the only one that I haven't seen. The combination of Dokkaebi and Lion is interesting. It's very helpful for roam clear, but they're not using it properly, in my opinion. Hence why they just lost the Lion there, Toxic Ninja, at the hands of Zerlee, simply because they didn't use another scan or another call, or drone. They have 7 drones deployed. 3v3 Bow will take down Valage. Looks for another one potentially. As there goes Void, pushing onto the objective here. Spots Bow, trying to take him out. So far unsuccessful now, as Release and Stress trying to get some help in. However, does get punched in the face by Bo. It will be traded out by Project Void. A 2v2 now as Kuzo is off the objective. So is released. The Project Void and Mike and Blaine DEFI has sight. I don't know if they realize it, but they have objective here. And release will take down Void, does get back on the objective, so they lost their opportunity because the Rain takes down Mike and Blaine, and now a 2-1 lead here, surprisingly enough, for the defending team. I don't get it. DEFI is in a 5v4. They had the objective for a solid 20 seconds. They could have just planted. A misfire there for them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Zuriat, in play! Listen, gate!
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Deploy the fire. Perimeter set. Target ready.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds.
Pardon the
to go.
silence, folks. Sorry. Just trying to
Attackers are moving
multitask a bit. Also, not a lot going on. So, we'll have to see how this goes here for the defending team. Considering that they're the ones on the spot. They gave up the last map. Pretty poor showing on that last map. And a 5v5. Now in a 4v4, they're somehow managing to seemingly put up more of a fight here. Which obviously, you know, you have to put up more of a fight because you're in a 4v4, but you would think that
bomb
it would
located by
be
attackers.
more difficult for them than how it actually appears to be. Oh no. Astro is just scamming a corner, loses half of his health. Thankfully he realized. And there we go. We finally get to see what it looks like. I am happy.
Loading new mag.
My complaint takes down Zerlees. And even though mine this early in the round is not good, because that's most likely one missed disc, which you don't really want to miss discs in general.
You can't hide. Order set.
Same with Legion, just to a bigger extent because he has more utility to place. He has a total of 8 goo mines compared to just 4 discs. Used to be 5. Now, as you can see, the attacking team of DEFI finally getting the areas around the objective. I don't know why Rain's roaming. It's a 5v3, dude. It's a 3v2 on site now, a 4v2 pretty much. Oh, no. It's pretty much a 4v1 on the objective. They're not even trying to hold objective. Release does fall there, so it's technically now a 4v3. Valorant is looking for a plan here. Nobody's on the objective. What is happening? Mike and Plane takes down Astro. Rain also falls to the hands of that Jackal. Mike and Plane both the last one left here, trying to get some more frags. Alas, does get snubbed by Project Void, and that'll be the round there. 2-2 now. Two teams have tied back up. Messy last round there for Sapphire Squadron, of course, affected by the fact that they don't have a fifth, so they can't really do anything here. The best they can manage is what they're doing right now, which is putting up a fight. Admittedly a bad fight, they're not playing this well. I'm being frank here. They're playing this poorly.
Attackers have located a bomb.
But it's not enough. I don't know what they're doing when they're trying to improvise here. I don't think they have an IGL. So I'm just confused. Like, what are they doing?
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
I'm reloading.
4v4, technically, considering that Mike and Plane is down, but not out at the moment. I have a feeling he'll get a revive, though, considering that Bo here, who is trying to get aggressive in a pretty much 1v3 situation off the objective, also getting pressured from a Jackal as well as a Lion. 5v3, Mike and Plane confirms the kill with a headshot through the wall. Run out from Instagram as Release does earn his team a bit of a recovery kill, but not good here for them. Validus, I don't know what was going on there. That was bad for both sides. Validus not pushing with intel, not even trying to shoot at Zerleast. There's Zerleast leaning the wrong way. Managed to get the kill though, and now even if he didn't realize it, the diffuser's down, and it does get swung by Ash. Akuza Rain fell there. Somehow Zerleast managed to beat Release and Stress in that gunfight. I have no clue how. 3K from him now. Akuza Rain, his death confirmed there by Project Void. This just confuses me.
Reloading.
1v2, Zerleast takes down Mike and Plane. So went from a 5v3 to a 1v1 now as Astro gets hit right in the head, courtesy of Project Void. It's up to just the Zofia and the Thunderbird here. Zerleast needs to, yeah, Project Void gets the double kill in the round. I believe actually the 3K in the round there for 3-2. Just I'd say some poor peeking there from Zerleast. We're gonna rehost, which is great. Hopefully they know. Hopefully they being the other team of DEFI. Oh, hey, people actually watching the stream. Okay, that's nice. That is very nice.
Hi.
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 I just got back home, so then I was like, y'all still in this shit? And they were like, yeah. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll play for y'all if y'all need one. And then here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been a good match or has it been like fully shit?
It's been shitty because it's been a 4v5.
What score? What am I running with?
It'll be 2-3 against you.
Oh dear God. Are we on defense or attack?
You're defending.
Oh, thank God. Once we switch to attack, I'm gonna go crazy as Ash. Okay. Are the people we're going against any good?
They're okay. They're messy. I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Not like Sapphire Squadron's much better.
Okay. Rate them from 1 to 10 how difficult it would be for me.
For you, knowing you, it's probably a 4. A 3
Okay,
or 4.
well then I'm gonna.
They have.
Then I'm gonna try like it's an 8, so then I absolutely demolish them.
Yeah, I mean, it's. The only thing is that they put in 2 better players, but it's almost the same lineup as before during map 1.
The 2 better players. Anything troublesome for them? For me?
Entry frag and support. The entry frag has gun skill.
He has gun skill, okay. But I don't. If he has gun skill, that means he's probably brain dead, and he doesn't know what to do.
He's
Not
the
like
coach.
me. Better not call me brain dead. Oh, the mic can play motherfucker?
Yeah, him.
Oh, that's easy. I beat him many times before. That's fine.
Hello?
Hola.
Hello.
Hey, I'm just accidental leave and stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
rehosted
Okay.
because our
Okay, it's still
or
going to
they
end on 4.
rehosted.
It's still going to end on 4-2, correct?
I thought it was 3-2.
It was. We played the round because we had no clue because we played the round and we won 4-2. It was because it was switch. It's now 4-2 on us.
Okay. So I'll add that.
We won.
Oh,
yeah,
that means more work for me. God damn it. I could have.
It's just one round. It was. Yeah.
No, it just means
I'm
I
just
gotta
trying to
win
make
2
sure.
extra now. Fuck did
Alright.
Zerly's change his name? I just realized.
Yo,
He
wait, what
added-
happened?
Docs, switch over. Just with the spectator
Wait.
left and we're doing rehost.
The spectator
Yeah.
left? Was that an accident?
No, it was
for
on
me
purpose.
to join.
It's on
our
Sapphire
other
Squadron for not
teammate.
leaving in time.
Yeah.
Oh well, let's get who needs to join?
I think it's Project on your side.
Yep. Okay. All right, you guys.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. Let's make sure. Okay. Yep, we're good. All right. I believe we're good.
I'm starting it.
Yep.
Ah, Daddy, you suck.
Alright.
To whoever's watching, hello. We're back. It's our second rehost now that we've had to do. I got the round history right enough. It doesn't really matter because it's the end of the half. So it doesn't matter too terribly much. But still. Yeah, we're back. And Never Hidden Plat is in place of Equestrian, so that's a big boost there for Sapphire Squad. They're gonna really have to kick it into high gear if they want to win this, though. They are down by 2. They are, however, on attack now, which does favor them. Why is it not loading? I'm on Central. I'm confused, y'all. This makes me sad. I am sad.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I don't... Okay, I'm already confused. There's a pentold here? Okay, I'm gonna flagrantly show my bias real quick. And I'm sorry in advance for insulting DEFI. But DEFI, you have your coach in. Why are you going to Penthouse on Coastline? It is the worst site on this map, potentially in all of competitive. Especially considering that they didn't change it at all. The only thing that they changed... the other bad side that they changed in competitive is bar in stock, but now it's bar in stage, so it's better. It's still not good, but it's better. But they didn't change anything about this objective. It's still the same site. The closest they got to changing was adding this wall right here, next to it. But it's not a good site. I will be surprised if they win it. Yakuza Rain taken down there by Project Void. And if they do win it, it might be down to strategy, but it might be down to gun skill, considering this is a gun skill heavy map. Never Hidden Plat takes down Validus. Welcome back, Plat. I'm sure Sapphire Squad misses you. Sapphire Squadron, pardon me, misses or missed you being gone for an entire map. But I don't know what's going on. Hopefully this shows a bit of recovery for them. Oh dear. That was both of Plat's charges wasted as Project Void takes down Zerlis because they haven't cleared that out. He had 3K from him now. He takes down Plat as well. They're just who's Astro and Bo. I don't. Why? Don't smoke that. You could have just had. Could have just shot it down. Why? Release falls at the hands of Bo. A 3v2 situation now. As a minute left in the round, 2v2, Yakuza Astro takes down Project Void. And it's even numbers here. This very unique hold is actually kind of working, as Mike can complain, against a frag there. But just Yakuza Astro here. Actually in that 90 position where Project Void was playing Toxic Ninja now. I don't think he realized it, but Yakuza almost rotated towards that area. See if Yakuza can clutch it up. He is 1-0-0. At least after this rehost. After this second rehost in 3 maps. Gonna just rush in with no intel. He did have a drone available, 1v1. He takes down Yakuza Astro. And now Mike and Plane is the last one left here. Astro needs to get a plant down. He pretty much has to either stick it or get off and lose, or die and lose because he stuck it. Is not noticing the castle there of Mike and Plane, who wins the 1v1, and unless he purposefully throws his round away, which I really doubt that he would, we'll also get the defuse. And that's another round in the books here for the defending team of DEFI. They're certainly defiant to the fact that now the Never Hidden Plat is back, considering that they are winning rounds here. I'm confused. I don't get it. I do not get it, y'all. It was not a great strategy there. It was mainly just that the attacking team was completely unprepared to deal with it. Their closest way of dealing with it was that 90 player, was Project Void. But they smoked to check for an ADS, but the smoke didn't even go all the way down the hallway, and then they missed. They ended up missing both of the ash charges, which is like, how? So then they didn't win any of their gunfights, so it became a 1v2. Thanks to Bo doing some really good work. Shout out to him.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And Astro as well, getting some frags, but it was less that the strategy there was amazing for DEFI. I will give them credit. That was smart. That was pretty good. But you all knew that there was going to be a button there. But it was less that they outperformed. It was less that they, played amazing. versus Sapphire Squadron. And more than just Sapphire Squadron messed up.
5 seconds left.
I mean, from what I've heard, Sapphire Squadron's been having issues finding an IGL. So, it's obviously affecting them in terms of how they organize themselves. Hookah and billiards hold here as the defending team looks for a second round here. Looks for their secondary site win. Validus falls there, I believe, at the hands of Never Hidden Plat. It would make the most sense. 3v5, this bow takes down Release and Stress, and I think finally some bearings here for the attacking team, and they're already on the site. I mean, they took out that Banshee there. There's 2 mirror windows covering the same angle. Like, what is going on? For a Defy double kill for Never Hidden Plat, he actually chases away Mike and Blaine off the objective. Project Void does start trying to retake, loses most of his health. In exchange, he does take out the top frag of the attacking team. Rain looking for the plant now, as both of the remaining members of Defy are off the objective, which is really unfortunate. One v4, Kuzastro takes down Mike and Plane, so it's up to just Project Void. Very low health, outnumbered heavily. Does spot Instagram's release, but the Twitch gets the kill. And the round for his team, 5-3 now. It's very similar to what we saw actually on the second map.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Seconds to go. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Kitchen and Ferris hold here for the defending team of Defy. Unsurprising to see the Mira in play. They really like their Mira. They ran it on Club, which is about as much of a Mira map as this map is, to be honest. Now they're running it here. I don't know why they're holding this. I guess they're trying to deny vertical, but even then it's not even like a real hold. It's a barricade, a mirror window. Like, it can be shot through soft walls all along the side. There's no indication that somebody's there. So really it's just Mike and Plane hoping for the best. Never End Plat takes down Void, as well as taking out Validus. Instagram's release will fall at the hands of Release and Stress here, who will lose even more health. As even though Never Hidden Plat took a round to warm up there, he is now starting to hit his stride. He's now averaging, over the past 2 rounds, 2 kills. And he will be shut down by Mike and Plane, almost traded out there by, actually, Bo, I think. It might have been Akuza, though. Akuza Rain, specifically. Unfortunate that they didn't trade him. That really should have been a free trade for the, the attacking team of Sapphire Squadron, but I guess not. And now, even number situation, obviously losing the Wamai is not great, but at the same time, losing the top frag isn't great either. And to that point of him getting 2 kills per round, it might not seem like a lot, but that is pretty much guaranteed 4v3 by the time he dies. As long as that is kept at an average. Mike and Plane takes down Bo, completely reversing that mirror window, which I don't feel like that mirror window is very good. On a very random note here, Akusa Astro, I'm gonna give another note here to them, and obviously give something to DEFI in exchange 2v2 as Akusa Rain gets 2 kills now onto release, as well as Mike and Plane. Toxin Ninja, the last one left, pushes forward, looking for a flank there onto Akusa Rain, but unable to, alas. I don't think they realize, though, as he's going to push down the hallway. Takes down one, looks for the second. Almost swings with the M5, but no. Plant stopped there by Rain. I don't think he realizes where Toxic Ninja is. He will just hold an angle here, is watching. Does not have a ton of time, so needs to make some moves soon. Should also be mindful of the fact that if DEFI is doing this correctly, they could very well watch scams, which they are. Good on them. I was going to say, though, before Astro died, is that he's Sledge. Play vertical. This is vertical. The player that was preventing you from playing vertical literally drops to kill you. To kill your teammate. Toxic Ninja takes down Akusa Rain, clutches a 1v1, and will now get the defuse to a 6-3. And then on DEFI's side, you're extending here above, but it's very poorly planned. I mean, the barricade there isn't going to stop anything. Sure, you're covering your behind with that reinforcements, but if somebody knows that you're holding that mirror window, they can just pre-fire the soft wall and you'll never know, because you don't have proxies. You have a 90 cam, which isn't even bulletproof. You don't have barb. You can't really do anything about it because of the bullet barricade there. It's just, either you do it or you don't. And if you're gonna do it, you need to put some actual consideration into it, not what that happened.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Reload! Time for some home improvement.
Another pet hold. Same lineup. Most likely the same strategy from them. As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we'll have to see if there's any adaptation here from the
5 seconds remaining.
from the attacking team Sapphire Squadron. They're down by 4 rounds. So they had a 4-2 split, so they were down by 2, and they actually increased that split, so it's now 3 rounds instead of 4, pardon me. But still, they have to win the next 3 rounds just to simply go to overtime. From there's no guarantees. Akusa Astra almost started knifing his way through that. Bro. Why did you do that never hidden Plaid? Why didn't you just ask Astro or Bo or somebody to just open it with an actual soft breach instead of wasting it on a hard breach charge? You could have used that on some actual wall. Rain taken down there by Validus, as now man advantage developed for DEFI, and it's looking bad here, to say the least, for the attacking team, Sapphire Squadron. They're done by 3 rounds, done by 1 man. I've lost half of this round, 5v3, as Validus takes a double kill, 5v2. Mike can claim a pickup bow, up to just Akuza and Instagram's release to specify Astro between the 2 Akuzas. Zerlise takes down Validus, and it's still not great here. At this point, I would say that Astro's playing with fire on that window there. Toxic Ninja's holding the mirror window. He can't see that, though, so he could very well get his head blown off if he keeps playing around that window. I'm just saying that that's a bad play, as I would for this hold. I don't know why they don't have anything on bars. You know, this site is still difficult to hold against, at least against a good team. Instagram's release, and I'm sorry for using a backhand insult against Sapphire Squadron, but it's kind of true. Because Astro takes down 1, 3k from Zerlise. He'll pick off Toxic. It's up to just Mike and Plane. And Akuza Astro picks up the kill. That with a round there for Sapphire Squadrons. They're actually mounting a comeback here. Still 2 rounds away. And if these past 2 rounds have told you anything, this is the round where the defending team wins, because it's been 2 7-4s. If this is another 7-4, I will laugh.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Okay, it's the same strat. It's the same lineup. You know, there might be changes to who's playing who, but it's the same 5, the same utility, the same setup. You know, the only change might be minor things, such as, you know, slight changes to where, how tall that rotate goes to, a slight change in how high or how low the Kain Electroclaw on this wall is. It's not gonna matter, because it's the same strat, and I don't know.
5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse bombs.
Five v 5, of course. 30 seconds in, I would not expect any less, and I just don't know how Sapphire Squadron hasn't realized that it's the same strat and adapted, because pretty much every strat has a weakness. 4v5 never hitting flat takes down, releasing the stress. 3v5, Bo takes down Validus, and all of a sudden, match point seems to have gotten to DEFI. I mean, they literally just forfeited 2 players that just died, and they haven't even closed up this reinforcement here. They don't have any reinforcements left. They have the small reinforcer for no good reason. Everton Plank gets the double kill on Void. It's up to just Toxic Ninja here as he gets a third onto Miss Mike and Plane. As you can see, Toxic Ninja fails to get the Nomad there of Akuza Rain, who will get the kill in a flawless round 4. Sapphire Squadron up now. They're still down, pardon me, but a lot closer now. 6-5. And now it's do or die here. Although it's a scrim, it's still interesting to look at the record. If this round is won by the defending team of DEFI, they win the series 2-1 with a 7-5 map. If, however, Sapphire Squadron wins this next round, they go to overtime, and then whichever team gets 2 rounds first wins. I would say whichever team, gets 2 rounds in a row, but we don't have infinite overtime. So it's really just 8-6 or 8-7 for one team or the other.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And yeah, that's how it's gonna go. And it's another first floor hold, this time kitchen and service, and this is actually one that is going to be surprisingly close. I mean, even though this is, I would say, a bit of a messy setup, especially this vertical hold that they did, even though it's a messy setup, they did bring it down to a 1v1, and now, looking at this new mirror window, this different mirror window, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm going to voice my opinion here. It's pretty much a waste. Like this one right here is alright. I don't know why they're frostbacking that. What are they doing in a shield on the doorway? What? Why? Everybody knows the trick, bro. Everybody knows there's gonna be a mat on that once they know that there's a frost. What are they doing? But as I was saying, this one, it's not even gonna provide intel once it's shattered because of the shattered glass. Nerf to Mira and Maestro. 5v4 Void takes down Everton Plan. There goes the top frag. Oh dear. Of Sapphire Squadron with 8 kills over 5 rounds. Dear. Bad news bears here. At least in the all-winning for Sapphire Squadron, but as I was saying, it's not going to even provide intel once it's shattered, and you can't play off of it, because why would you want to open up that hole into your objective? And you can't even really peek it because it's so far out from where you would peek, which I guess is that doorway there. 5v3 release and Stress takes down Instagram's release. He was almost on the objective. How? Akuze Astro doesn't even look down or drone for that. Mike and Plane against the 5v2 for his team now. Might be getting a bit overzealous there, Validus as well. Still push forward here, tries to take down Bo actually. That would be Akuza, pardon me, outside. Bo does get a frag here. Onto release and Stress, trades his teammate out, but the damage has been done. They're outnumbered badly. Akuza Rain rushes in, and immediately gets picked up there by Mike and Plane. I have no clue what's going on. It's up to just Bo to ace with the series on the line here. I can't even, you guys. I can't even. Mike and Plane, a 3k from him, finishes off with a headshot. Just mind-numbingly stupid plays from both teams. I'm so glad that the series is over. 7-5. DEFI wins map 3, Coastline, wins the series 2-1. 7-4 win on Clubhouse, 7-4 loss on Villa.
I need to take a breather. Holy fuck, my heart's pumping.
Yeah,
My heart isn't pumping, but my brain is definitely thinking.
Hell of a game, boys.
Holy fuck.
Good match.
Good match. Holy fuck.
That was stressful.
Dude, what a show for the caster though, guys. We really brought that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, guys.
I'm sorry for having to flip like a little camper.
Practice.
Oh my god.
Good
Holy
game.
fuck. I felt like
great.
that was actually a league game, not a scrim.
That was stressful, bro.
Holy
dude.
fuck.
Alright, let's retire to the party,
my
boys.
God.
I have
Yeah,
never
party.
seen someone.
Good game. Oh yeah, me playing L is pretty gross too.
Well.